So this is something I wrote a while ago. Um, I'm not really sure what it's about, but I wrote a lot, so it must be important. Alright. I said, people with BDD obsess about quote-unquote defects. When you're thinking about these quote-unquote defects, just observe what you're feeling, like what's going on in the inside. So instead of going to like, okay, right now my eyebrows are bothering me, it's more like, okay, what am I feeling? Wow, like right now I'm feeling anxious, like right now I'm feeling really insecure. And you have to concretely state out what you're feeling. Yeah, so without the feeling, the BDD thoughts are powerless. And it's all really just feeling. When you have a BDD thought, don't act on the thought. Just let it happen and feel the uncomfortable feelings. Even though these feelings are the exact opposite of what our bodies want to do, like going through these uncomfortable feelings, like feeling insecure and anxious and like depressed, like feeling those feelings like are the exact opposite of what our bodies want to do. Like our bodies naturally don't want to do that. They want to take the easy way out and start obsessing, because once you start obsessing, you hope for that reassurance, but that reassurance doesn't come, causing like a cycle. So you have to just accept those feelings and say it out concretely. Like right now I'm feeling anxious. Right now I'm feeling insecure. Right now I'm feeling depressed. And don't think twice about the BDD thought. Just let it happen. So when you are going somewhere and you think about BDD, you should just state what you're feeling concretely. Like, right now I'm afraid to go to school. Right now I'm anxious about starting college. Where with BDD, it would be something like, I don't want to start school because I'm ugly. The correct phrase would be, right now I'm afraid to go to school. Right now I'm anxious to go to school. You have to really take out that feeling and say it concretely. So people with BDD have a false outlook on the way life works. I used to think people always judged me. I thought everyone I met judged my appearance. People do judge other people. It's normal. But people with BDD take it to the extreme, and they think everyone is judging them on their quote-unquote defect. So they also think in black and white. Like people are either good looking or not good looking. Like people are either attractive or not attractive. And that's thinking in complete black and white. And you can't do that. That's not the way the world works. Some people will find you attractive and some people won't. And a big one that bothered me is like and a big one bothered me. So if one person found me unattractive, I thought everyone would find me unattractive. It's easy to think like that because you're feeling so much emotion like anxiety and insecurity, but the world does not work that way. The reality is that people will find you attractive and some people won't. Not everyone is deciding whether you look attractive or not. If you're walking down the mall or a sidewalk on a busy street, you're assuming everyone is judging you on whether you're attractive or not. And that's not the case. Most people that are going somewhere that look at you, they won't think twice about you. Not everyone is out there just looking at your face or your body and judging you and judging your appearance. Not everyone is doing that. Some people will just look at you and they won't think twice about it. So someone with BDD has that real distorted mindset where they think everybody is looking at them, but that's because they're feeling so insecure themselves, and that's when the technique comes in. You just have to state what you're feeling. Like, right now I'm feeling really insecure. Like, right now I'm feeling really anxious. So if you're going through a grocery store, if you feel like there's something wrong with your face, like say I don't know, like your ears are bothering you, instead of going, oh my god, like my ears are just bothering me so much right now, and then you look at other people to see if they're looking at you. But what you have to do is say, right now I'm feeling really anxious. Right now I'm feeling really insecure. Right now I'm feeling depressed. And you state what you're feeling concretely. And just because you look at people and judge their faces doesn't mean that other people do that to you. So a lot of times people with BDD, they'll stare at other people's, because I used to do this. They'll stare at other people's faces, and then they'll judge them on how their face looks, and they'll compare their face to that person's face, and they'll decide whether that person's attractive or not, and you'll compare yourself to that person, and yeah. So just because you do that doesn't mean that other people do that to you. No one has the time to do that. Like, no one would be walking down the street and do that. That's only someone with BDD. Like, only someone with BDD would do that. So just because you do it doesn't mean people do it to you. So, yeah. So work on that. It takes a while. Like, it takes repetition. But after a while, like, it'll work. Just say what you're feeling concretely. Like, instead of like, oh my God, right now my nose is bothering me so much. Is that person looking at? And then you look and you're like, is that person looking at me? And then if someone is looking at you, you're like, okay, that person's definitely judging me. That person definitely thinks like I'm ugly. But you can skip that whole process. You can just be like, okay, right now I'm feeling insecure. Right now I'm feeling anxious, and that's it. And do that a lot. And then if you guys have questions, like if there's a scenario, if there's like a real technical problem going on, like with like a real like detailed question about like BDD, I'm free to answer. Just message me or give me a comment. So yeah, I haven't gave you guys a video for the longest time, so I wanted to do a video, and hopefully I can keep in touch with everybody on YouTube. So feel free to message me, and I'm glad I watch your videos too, everyone that uploads them. So yep, hit you guys up with another video as soon as I can. I gotta think of something to talk about. But alright, peace.